What's up? So my name is Trudeau. I used to make vlogs here on YouTube. I haven't made one in a very long time, but in 2020, I did a video every day for 7 months, and I just shared a lot of my life. And I got to a point where I kind of just stopped, and I tried to do a video here and there, but I never really got back to it. Yada yada yada. So I've decided the best way for me to make a new video is to just to kind of give a life update, like just kind of give you guys as much as I can. Today is August the 4th, 2025. I am living in Brooklyn, New York. I am a model, but I'm trying to break into acting. I'm finishing up my last year of this 2 year Meisner Conservatory called Maggie Flanagan. It's been amazing. I'm learning so much about acting, voice, Meisner, movement, getting into some Shakespeare. It's just been great. I love it. Um, I'm also gay or bisexual, depending on who you ask. Well, you can watch some of my old videos. I'll talk more and more about it. I do identify as bi, even though I've been dating guys exclusively. I am selling to women. Yada yada yada. Um, this video, I guess I'll talk about dating in my 30s and what that looks like. More so, the funny thing is, I think my most popular video is obviously my coming out video. Now my age is more of a secret than my sexuality. Like I'm keeping that under wraps. Like I'll tell you I'm gay, I'll tell you like whatever, but like I'm more low key about my age because I'm 36. I'll be 37 in 8 days. August the 12th is my birthday. And yeah, I'm almost 40. I don't feel like I look it, but also what does that look like anymore? You know what I mean? I think people are starting to just generally look younger as we take care of ourselves more. But I think for me, the more pressing thing is there are these society standards and norms about what my life should look like at this age. I should have a house. I should have kids. I should be married. I don't have any of those things, and I'm not even close. I'm single. I'm still a freelancer, and but to be completely true, but to be completely honest, I'm very happy, and I think that is a course that I have been pretty adamant about being on for my life. I just wanted to be happy, and I am happy, and I really enjoy my life and what it looks like and what I'm working towards each day. So I don't have any regrets. So I'll just leave that there. But judge me or have whatever stance you want to have on me. But as far as dating, I think this video will be like titled like life update, dating while gay in your 30s or whatever. If you did follow the vlogs, I was in a relationship at pretty much like halfway through the vlogs, and I was really happy and thought I was going to get married. And I think that's been my last like really serious relationship, and it's been almost 4 years since then at this point, and I haven't been back in another one. And I don't want to say that I'm comparing my new people to that relationship, but I do think that was the closest I got to a situation where I felt like, wow, this is my best friend, and like, I'm fulfilled sexually, and like, just like all the things, but there are a lot of things that where I wasn't fulfilled as far as I think like, um, he was like, and I don't want this to be like that kind of video, but I am trying to be more vulnerable and open, so I am going to be. But he was a lot more successful than I was, so I think in a lot of ways I felt less than. I felt like I had to abandon my boundaries, and then it was also very toxic in a lot of ways. And I never cried so much in a relationship. I just never ever want to go through that. I want something very healthy. I want someone that's more of an intellectual. Like he was a great creative, but there were things we disagreed with about like COVID being real. And I'm just like I think the more time because the thing that for me in that relationship, I realized I was happier alone. I got to a point, and I journal. I journal a lot. I journal like pretty much every other day, and I would just go through my journal entries, and I would just see what was happening. And I think this is a good tip for anybody dating. Just like literally keep track of like what you're feeling, why you think you're feeling that way, because people will gaslight you and gaslight you and gaslight you, and you got to just know your truth and how you feel. And I got to a point where I was just like, you know what? I was a lot happy before this, as great as this is and everything that's coming with this relationship, and as much as I know that person loved me to death, and I love that person to death, and I still do. Um, but being on my own again and being single, a nigga is happy. I'm really happy, and like I'm just in no rush to give that up. And yes, I do want to be in a relationship. Yes, I want to get married, and I even want kids, or at least a kid. Um, but I just, maybe because I'm a man and there's no ticking time clock, I know that I can have a kid at 40, or I can have a kid even later if I want to, or I can adopt. Like, I'd just rather not do that while I'm broke. And again, I'm up to trying to create this creative life. So that's not something I'm in a rush for. And it's actually something like me and a friend of mine got into about recently, because he's like ready to he's also gay. He's like ready to be married and ready to be in a relationship. And, he dropped something in our, like, one of our group chats, like, like, because I was dating this younger kid who I really enjoyed, and he's just like, yeah, like, you need to get serious, like the straights are, getting married and having kids. And I'm thinking to myself, like, fuck the straights. I don't give a fuck about what the straights are doing. I'm not straight. Like, like, people can be doing whatever the fuck they want to do around me. That doesn't mean I need to rush myself and my time clock so that people, like, I don't know. This is just, I'm getting passionate about that, because it's just like, I hate this concept of like you have to adjust your life based on society standards, on, this people are doing this at this time, so I need to do it. And I do feel that FOMO, because literally, like, all of my best friends are having kids right now and getting married, and I'm just like nowhere near it. Um but I feel like I know what it looks like. I know what that partner looks like when I see it. And I'm excited about that. And I'm getting more and more clear, I think, daily, as to what turns me on or what I need in my life, especially because I am alone and I am finding ways to make myself happy and just enjoy my life. I'm seeing what fits into that and what doesn't fit into that, and like putting my boundaries back up, and just like feeling safe. So it's just been an interesting time, to say the least. But yeah, like, I very much disagree with that friend. And I guess, to just dive into dating, I'm unhinged. You know what I mean? And like, I think at some point, I think I looked like 2 weeks ago, I had like 100 matches or something like that, and I've only met legitimately about two people off Hinged, and one of them I actually spent a decent amount of time with, and I actually like really liked him, but he was younger, and just for his family doesn't know bisexuality yet, and I just didn't feel, and I'm going to just keep being completely honest here, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful to anybody, these people who might see this video, because this is my channel. But my acting coach told me to be more vulnerable, so I'm being more vulnerable. But I just didn't 100% feel like he was the one. So I found myself like just kind of hesitating, but I did really like him. I also really want to be with somebody black. I just do. I think there's just so many nuances and culture that I don't want to have to explain to somebody. But I'm open. Like, there's a guy in London I really like, who I can see myself settling down with, that's not black. But again, there's a lot of black guys. But with that comes, like, there's a lot of black guys who still haven't come out to their families, and have these like levels of homophobia that they don't know they have, and there's just like there's shit, and people shit, which I've come to realize I don't want to deal with anybody else's shit to a certain level. Like, you know what I mean? I think we all have our baggage, but like certain things that if I've crossed that bridge and dealt with it, I need you to kind of deal with it. Yeah. Okay. Back to the story. So on Hinge, like I said, I've met one person, a decent amount. Other people, I went through it. I matched with a bunch of people. I think I have about 50 matches now, maybe 5 active conversations. Jacked, Jacked is like Grinder, but for blacks, or just like people of color, mostly black guys. I meet people on there a decent amount, and this is a hookup site. So maybe, maybe that speaks whatever it speaks about me. But I bring it up because, obviously, like, on there, I'm starting to see like it's just straight sex. But I've like met people and I'm like, what's your name again? Like where I just vibe. Like there's this guy we met on Jack. We would hook up and we would just like smoke after work. I've been bartending at the spot, and we would meet. We would hang out and smoke, watch movies, and it went on for like 6 months to the point where a lot of times we wouldn't even hook up. We would just like literally just like kick it, watch movies, laugh, vibe. To the point where I started going out on dates with him. I'm like, let me just take this guy out. Like hang out. We're still cool, but it's not anything serious. And that was the situation where my friend was just like, you need to get serious. But it's just like I'm trying to find what feels right naturally. Like, who do I want to go spend time with when I'm tired? Who do I want to hook up with when I'm drunk? Who do I want to have a intellectual conversation with? Who do I want to go see a movie with? Who do I want to go have dinner with? Who can I just sit and do nothing with? Because I think about that and I think about my family, like my aunt and uncle who've been together 30 something 40 years. A lot of the time they're just sitting around in the house, they're just doing nothing. So it's just like I don't care what things look like on paper. I'm legitimately looking for a real relationship that like I am happy, I'm respected, I feel valued by this person. This is my best friend. Like yeah. But on the other end of that, when I say looking, like it is not something that is pressing for me. Like I think more so than a relationship is my career and figuring that out, and like that fills me up because I realize I need to be happy and feeling fulfilled before I can make anybody. I don't feel like anyone is responsible for making anyone else happy. I feel like we both need to come as two whole individuals that are happy, and together we're being interdependent. So yeah, I'm for the most part working on being a whole person myself. And yes, I would like to, find someone else, but like it's not this pressing thing for me. Even though I'm 36, or let me just start saying I'm 37 because it must be 37. Even though I'm at this big age where like I should have it figured out, I guess I'm not that pressed. And you know what I mean? And like I'll just even keep being transparent. Like I get a lot of fucking messages from guys like I'm, on social media and like people like who want to seriously be together, but like I want that to feel right. I'm in no rush and I'm also not prioritizing it over my career. And like I said, I've been in therapy, I've been in all the things. I feel good. I have great relationships in my life. Um, but dating, yeah. So long story short, I'm still single. I'm hooking up. I'm having casual sex here and there. I'm going on dates here and there. Um, but it's it's not really. It is what it is. That's pretty much where we are relationship wise. Not really sure how much to share. If you guys have questions, you have follow up, I'll make more videos. Feel free. But I just wanted to get out there, give like an update on relationship because I know that was like a big thing on the channel, and I've been seeing things on threads like older gays. What tips would you give? And it's like I'm at a stage in my life where it's just like I don't really care, like, and furthermore, it's like if I see myself being a successful like actor and like, just like I don't know that I'm ready to be tied down. Maybe that's the man in me and the wanting to explore. Like I want to just enjoy my life for a bit, and when it happens, if it happens organically, you make me feel, and that has what's happened in the past. People have made me feel like I don't want to be with anybody else. I just want to be with you. When that happens, sick. I cannot wait. But right now, I don't see it, and I'm not about to force it either. So yeah, but the last statement, I'm like, when I have a lot more money, can travel and do my thing, like I don't know that I need to be. I don't know that I need to be in a relationship because I'm not the kind of person that cheats and is going to step out. Like when I'm ready to be with somebody, I want to like lock in on that person, and just build a life and build a family. Um, and maybe I'm just not quite there yet, but I want to be there. I'm looking for it. But yeah, that's my video. Hopefully there will be more, but that is where we are with relationships in our 30s. Peace.